SoFi just had a huge week, gaining more than 20% since my video last week, where I went into some detail about why I was not worried about the stock's recent drop. SoFi had dropped from $17 all the way back to $14, but this provided a rare opportunity. After all, I've been bullish on SoFi going back to when this was only $6, so this did not concern me, especially not considering what is coming up in the next few days. But the important question now is, can this rally continue and see SoFi reach new all-time highs? If you follow the stock, then you know just how much SoFi is growing, but for most of 2024, SoFi stock had been dropping despite the company doing better than ever and making better profits than before. Stick around to discover how you can make the most of this pivotal moment in SoFi's history. But before we get into the video, if you find any value in this, can I ask you to smash the like button? It literally costs nothing, but it helps the channel out so much. I'm aiming to get 1,000 likes on this video. Help me achieve that goal. For anyone that's new, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new content like this. I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. Now let's get straight into it. So SoFi is a fintech that offers a range of lending and wealth management services. The company primarily caters to early stage professionals. They create modern financial products and services that help people borrow, save, spend, invest, and protect their money better so they can achieve financial independence and realize their ambitions, which could be owning a home or saving for retirement, paying off their student debt, and much more. So SoFi is a fintech company that is positioning itself as a one-stop shop for all your personal finances. It's still a growth company with huge potential and still at the very early stages and where you consider digital banking is at the moment. But this is not a risky startup that is only in its very beginning. This is well established. And fintech is one of the most promising megatrends which will disrupt the way we go about obtaining financial services. So considering the promising fintech industry's prospects, together with SoFi's strong execution, I think that the company is poised to become a notable player in the evolving banking industry. When we look at the latest investors' presentation, this presents a very different picture of the company than what Wall Street have tried to show us over the past 18 months. In fact, this is a company that is doing extremely well with regards to almost every sector of the business. New member additions has increased every single quarter since the company first went public. And so too has new product additions, which is increasing at a rate of 31% year over year, but also had its largest ever quarterly increase in the most recent quarter. And if you consider the effect of year over year compound growth, you will see that in just the last quarter alone, there is an increase of over 1 million, which is close to the entire full year 2020 growth rate. So in real terms, the company is now growing per quarter what it used to grow in an entire year. But now this is very important. They have a lot of new members, but they also have a lot of products that they provide to their members, which gives SoFi the opportunity to cross-sell its products, which has so many benefits. Like they can cross-sell products to existing customers, which means that they achieve additional revenue without spending a cent in additional costs. Think of this from a financial point of view in very simple terms. Revenue goes up while costs come down. This is exactly what you want to see in any type of business, not just in banking, not just in SoFi. Any business that can increase revenue while decreasing costs is onto a winner. This is why lending and financial service products are all up too. The company has posted by far their best returns to date, and it's very likely that this is going to get more impressive each quarter, as the financial services productivity loop continues to create marketing efficiencies, as we can see here with the huge increases each year. On the financial side, things are just as impressive with the quarterly adjusted net revenue increasing each year. But just look at the adjusted EBITDA, where there is an incredible improvement. In the most recent earnings report, SoFi reported $186 million. That's a 27% EBITDA margin. Now, going back only 2 years ago, this was $44. So in the most recent quarter, we have $186 million. The numbers here are insane. And this is reflected in the annual 12-month performance figures too, as we can see very clearly here, with huge increases in year-over-year net revenue growth and adjusted EBITDA margin, which has seen SoFi turn into a profitable company for the first time and now looks set to report a significant net income for the full year. Now finally, since the release of the last quarterly earnings report, SoFi has been skyrocketing, and it's worth keeping in mind that the next report will be for full year 2024. So when we look at the full year guidance, we see that management now expect to deliver between 2.54 and 2.55 billion in adjusted net revenues, 640 to 645 million in adjusted EBITDA, and between 204 and 206 million in net income, with EPS between 11 and 12 cents. While tangible book value is to increase by over $1 billion year over year. Considering that SoFi had originally guided for an increase as little as 300 million in 2024, this has truly been an incredible breakthrough year for the company. And we don't have long to wait now because SoFi earnings are just days away. SoFi will be reporting their latest earnings on January 27th. Here's why SoFi stock is a buy before January 27th. SoFi has an expanding business with 3 segments and it's catching on with more customers. All of its segments are profitable and SoFi has reported positive net income in each of the past 4 quarters. Its stock price has soared since the Fed began cutting its federal fund rates in September 2024. Now note one thing here, this is a very bullish article and it was written a few days ago, on January 14th. It was written before the CPI data was released that sent the market skyrocketing again on Wednesday. Now everything appears to be going well for SoFi. SoFi is the quintessential fintech stock. Its easy-to-use mobile app connects customers to a full array of financial services, from bank accounts and lending products to credit cards and investment tools. Like I've always been saying, it is the one-stop shop that allows customers to manage all aspects of their financial lives. SoFi's core and original segment is lending, especially to students, but its non-lending segments are experiencing rapid growth. Management has said its goal for the tech platform is to turn it into the Amazon Web Services of financial services, and the strategy is working. Users engage with SoFi's platform at a high rate, and its non-lending segments continue to grow faster than the lending segment, leading to them accounting for increasingly large shares of the total business. So just look at this here and tell me how so many people can still be bearish on SoFi. When SoFi posted its first quarterly net profit in 2023's third quarter, it mostly came from the lending segment. A year later, all the segments showed year-over-year growth, and financial services profits are skyrocketing. Lending is still responsible for the majority of total gross profit, of course, and along with all the other good news, management are expecting an increase in lending revenue for the full year. And speaking of other good news, on Thursday, SoFi announced a $525 million personal loan securitization agreement closed in Q4 2024 with funds and accounts managed by PGIM Fixed Income, one of the largest global fixed income managers, with $859 billion in asset under management. As it says here, the transaction follows a $350 million investment in May 2024 and builds on the $3.9 billion in personal loan collateral through the end of Q3 2024, illustrating the value of the company's lending and personal loan business. SoFi CEO Anthony Noto said that the investor demand we see for SoFi's personal loans underscores the quality and strength of our lending business, which continues to contribute meaningfully to our durable growth. While PGIM Managing Director said that they are thrilled to deepen the relationship with SoFi, stating that it represents an attractive investment opportunity for PGIM. Now, something that has really dogged SoFi over the past 2 years was all the bearish analyst reports and downgrades that we've seen during 2022 and 2023, even into early 2024. But over the past 6 months, we have really seen this turn around. And in the past couple of weeks, we have seen some major analyst upgrades, or at least some significant upgrades. Now, before I look at the importance of the most recent ratings, SoFi's earnings report is just days away now. And this is not just any earnings report. This is a full year annual earnings, so this is a massive day for SoFi. If you would like to see an earnings preview and hear my thoughts and predictions, then drop a comment below and let me know. My predictions for the last 3 earnings reports were pretty damn close, and I think I can call this one pretty close too. Once I hit 1,000 likes and comments, I will get that video out to you guys, so don't waste any time. Smash the thumbs up right now. So going back to the analyst ratings, the latest of these has come from Citigroup, who raised their price target on the stock from $12.50 to $18. Citigroup currently has a buy rating on the stock, but that is a significant price target increase. From $12 to $18 is a 50% increase. That is significant, and it's a sure sign that analyst opinions on SoFi are really changing. The other analyst rating for SoFi was an outperform rating from analysts at William Blair. Now, I did a bit of digging to find out more about this rating, and I came across this fairly quickly. SoFi's new price target is $26 to $35. The firm William Blair sadly doesn't do official price targets, which would be the highest on Wall Street. However, in Andrew Jeffrey's base case, he said SoFi is worth $26 and a bull case 12-month stock price would be $35. And we can see that here in the screenshot. Now, this is clearly huge upside from the current price, but this is very much in line with what a lot of investors think is correct. So what happens on the 27th? As we know, management has a track record of under-promising and over-delivering. If that pattern persists, the stock could soar after the earnings report. But new investors should also be aware that the market has a history of sending SoFi stock up on good news and then bidding it back down soon afterwards. For example, this time last year, I made an earnings prediction for SoFi's 2023 results. I got everything absolutely perfect. The stock rallied just as I expected, and then it dropped back again within a couple of days. Now, that's just something to be aware of, but back then, SoFi was not a profitable company. Now it is. Now guys, as you know if you follow this channel, I do like to try to find any negative data so that I can analyze a bear case scenario too, but I really have struggled to find any downsides here at all. Like just looking at Seeking Alpha, for example, usually there is loads of articles giving bullish and bearish opinions on every stock, which is something that I love about Seeking Alpha. But there is literally no downside pieces here except for just one, which I did not agree with at all. And that's this one. SoFi, the investment case is complicated, sell some, not all. As I said, didn't agree with what I read in that, so I'm not going to be looking at it in this video. And as we just seen, scrolling back months and months and months, there is nothing but a string of bullish opinions. And SoFi was just named number one no-brainer fintech stocks to buy with $200 right now. As it says, many fintech stocks soared in 2020 and 2021 as pandemic-driven digital transactions, stimulus checks, and low interest rates generated strong tailwinds for the sector. However, after dropping, some of these stocks bounced back in 2024 as interest rates declined, but many of them are still trading well below their all-time highs. And the number one here is SoFi, and as we can see, this is still a long way short of its 2021 high. And now might be the perfect time to buy the stock if you have not already done so. But guys, what do you think? Is SoFi still a solid investment now for 2025 with the stock at its highest price in 2 years? Or do you think we should expect a pullback after the earnings report similar to the pullback that we had in the past 2 years? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And just a quick note to everyone who's been asking about the Discord and has joined the Patreon over the past few weeks. Thanks for joining and welcome to the community. I have opened up access to the Discord, but it is still very, very basic. And I will be working on this. But as of right now, it is open, it is there, and it is accessible through the link in the description below. But regarding SoFi, always do your own due diligence. Remember that I am not a financial advisor, but if you enjoyed this analysis, then please like and subscribe. I hope you make a load of money on this stock. Follow me on X, and I'll catch you in the next video.